Hey, everybody, woohoo! Hey, did you hear that? Welcome to Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. Special night. Well, it's technically Sunday morning at 1:50 a.m., but if you heard that, my New Mexico Lobos won the Mountain West Championship, Tournament Championship, and old Uncle Louie here, Lobo Louie Bobble Head, they got back for their 100th anniversary. And guess what? The Lobos are number one from the Mountain West tournament. Made history. The only team to win four games. Didn't have a bye. And won the Mountain West tournament championship. And punched our ticket to the NCAA tournament, which we'll find out tomorrow. So there we go. There's Louie the Lobo. And that is some sweet stuff, people. Sweet. Everyone's a Lobo. Woof, woof, woof. Way to go, Lobos. There's another one of my old hats. So, there you have it, folks. So, welcome to Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. Needed to do a special episode just because my Lobos won the Mountain West tournament. And so that should get the Mountain West 6 teams in the NCAA tournament. And that is awesome. I dig it. Do you, Uncle Logie? He digs it. Do you? Alright, so congratulations to New Mexico Lobos. Had a great game. I don't know what San Diego State was thinking. We had them for most of the game. We were up on them. We got up to like 14 points. They started sending the ball inside to that big guy. We got into foul trouble. We couldn't stop him. He wasn't missing free throws. And they went ahead of us. They were up by 2, 4, 6 points. And then we clawed our way back on the free throw line little by little. And then they stopped sending it into that guy. And then we just took it to him after that. So congratulations to the Lobos. That's the Lobo symbol. It's a little Lobo. But anyways, so congratulations to my New Mexico Lobos. And we'll be going to the NCAA tournament. Find out tomorrow at 3 o'clock California time when they announce the bracket. San Diego State's a really good team. We beat Colorado State the night before, really good team. Beat Boise State the night before that, really good team. And beat Air Force, which is not having a great season. But we went from the 6th seed all the way to the championship game and won the tournament. So, good stuff if you're a Lobo fan. It's nice to see a mid-major finally stepping up. Maybe we'll be the new Pac-12 since Pac-12 is basically going under. Want to send a shout out to my friends over there in Albuquerque. It's over that way from where I'm sitting. It would be south and east of me, which is weird because we've always been southwest. But anyways, shout out to my friends in Albuquerque and Lobo fans, buddy Kurt and Dave. This is my trophy buckle from my buddy Dave for NT BBM, and space pin. Buddy gave this to me. Had a bet going on back in the day. I won the bet, and he gave me a space pin that he had. It's one of those ones that write upside down that the astronauts use, like on the space shuttle or space station or whatever. Funny story about these space pins is that after going in space, they realized regular pin won't write upside down. So they put a contest out there for all these pin companies to come up with a pin that can write upside down. So this is like some kind of pressurized cylinder in there, and so you can write while laying in bed or upside down or in space or whatever. And they won like $1 million contract way back in the day, or multi-million-dollar contract for winning that contest. So that was why it was a prize to me from a bet. My buddy had an extra one of these, and sorry Kurt, you lost that one. But anyhow, the funny story about it is, though, they spent millions of dollars to put this together, and you know what the Russians did? Instead of going through all this trouble, did they steal our pin from us, or spies, or anything like that? Nope. What the Russians did with their astronauts, cosmonauts, was gave them pencils. So they just had to go into space and use a pencil, because a pencil always writes. And I guess it was one of those ones that you could just peel off the piece to keep it, you know, with the lead. So that's funny. They didn't have to spend any money. They spent like $1, bought a pencil, and we spent multi-million dollars to create this. So that's a funny story. I was going to show that last night in that Bugs Bunny video. But anyways, this is Old Style Classics baseball cards, and I want to do a quick shout out to a few people. Somebody who commented. Let me get this up real quick. So got a sorry about my voice, folks. I was screaming and yelling at the TV earlier when I thought they were gonna blow it. Alright, so apparently Martha Brito commented, nice video. She missed the 90s and all the product cards. She was collecting the Hostess bread products, 93 or so, and the Sprite Flair basketball from 97, and the Dunross Coke Nolan Ryan cards. I agree, I have that Nolan Ryan Coke poster of those cards that she's talking about, and I think I have a few of those ones. I think they're the gold ones. And so yeah, I agree with that. And got a new subscriber, I Am. So thank you, I Am, for subscribing. I'm fairly sure that's Ina. So hello, Ina. Shout out to you from me and Pam, Old Style Classics baseball cards. Welcome aboard. I think she subscribed because she needs a cure for insomnia. So I'm sure I'm right up her alley there. I could put anyone to sleep, even myself. So those are the two shout outs I wanted to send out there. Thanks for joining me on Old Style Classics baseball cards. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, notifying, any of that stuff that you like to do, so that these videos can get pushed out to more people who would like these kind of cards and aren't just into vintage or pre-war or whatever. I do some of that stuff as well, but trying to fill a niche that wasn't being represented on YouTube here, and like Allen and Ginter and all that, and maybe I'll do some after this video. But one of the things I did pick up that I've been looking for years was this Topps Baseball 1987 traded series, because it's got my favorite card in it, the Andre Dawson traded card, his first card on the Cubs, and that is actually my favorite Andre Dawson card. Ergo, probably my favorite baseball card of all time is the 1987 Topps traded Andre Dawson. So I figure we'll show you guys these cards. Pick this up at that, it's either Burlingame or Belmont. I think it's Burlingame. I might have misspoken in the last video, or one of the last videos. But these are card numbers 1T through 132T. So that's 132 traded cards in this set. Been looking for years for this whole set, and just never really came across it, or would forget about it when I was at some shop. So Am I actually going to show you all these cards? As a matter of fact, I am. So bear with me a second here. Alright, thanks for waiting when I pulled those cards out. As you can see, that's empty. We'll set that aside. And I think they came in the box in no particular order. And I haven't reconciled the box or collated it. So I'm just going to show you the random order that they're in, except for the main card that I'm looking for. But I already went through and pulled that card aside. So we'll start off with the checklist. So that's the checklist of the 132 cards that are available in here. So you can take a look at that, pause it if you like, on the front. And there's the special part about the Topps traded set, is that white back and the brighter colors compared to the regular 87 Topps. So look at that, you got all those different players on there. Not a lot of big names, there's a few. And 87 Topps is my favorite Topps flagship set of all time. Probably 68 after that. I like that 68 set because it reminds me of this a lot. But I digress. Alright, we'll start out with Tom Needles Fuhrer. And they are a little glossier than the regular flagship set. And just for an idea what the backs will look like, I'm not going to show you the backs of these. We're just going to kind of zip through it. You can pause that, take a look. If you have any comments or questions, or you want me to show another card a little more at some point in time, tell me who you want to see, and I can come back and show you the front and back of that card if you like. So there you go, Greg Minton. So let me adjust this camera just a tad. Alright, here we go. So there's Fred McGriff. Solid player, played for the Cubs for a while. I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame. Solid career. And that may be his rookie card right there. So Fred McGriff. Let's see if he's in the Hall of Fame. Hang on a second. Okay, Fred McGriff is not in the Hall of Fame according to Lexer there. Gene Larkin. Michael Lavery. Alright, so here's your first Hall of Famer, Reggie Jackson. Back with the A's there. So we'll give the Hall of Famers a little time in the limelight there. Pause those if you want to look, see the stats and all that. Luis Salazar. Newman, Al Newman. Newman. And I looked up, and Hulu did have Space Jam: A New Legacy, and I went to watch it this afternoon and it was gone. So yep, I guess it was limited time on Hulu and now it's gone already. Steve Lombardozzi, remember him? Yeah, I remember old Jim Sundberg for the Cubbies. Yep, it's catcher. Andre Dawson was playing. I got to see the Cubs in '87, baseball card day. Steve Shields, which I'll get to those someday. Gene Nelson. It's nice having this weekend off. It's Saturday and I don't have to go to work tomorrow. So that's nice. Slept in till about 10:30 today. But then I woke up and I figured I better get up. I don't want to get off track and sleep till like 3. And then I want to watch the Cubbies. Watch the Lobos. I guess New Mexico United played the first soccer game today of this season. Ended in a tie with, I think, Rhode Island. There's Tony Pena. He might be in the Hall of Fame, so I don't know. I don't think so, but Danny Gladden. But my Lobos, man, my Lobos are really on fire right now. They can keep that intensity up, they could beat just about anybody. But if they win at least 2 games in the tournament, that'll be a new high for them to get to Sweet 16. It bugs me. New Mexico Lobos are the better team in the state, but New Mexico State's been to more tournaments and went further, like in the 70s. But the problem with the New Mexico State Aggies is they play cupcake schedule, and they used to play in cupcake leagues and would win like 32 games, win their conference tournament, and make it every year for like 20 some years, and then they would get bounced right away, except that one season, or they'd lose their conference tournament, and even though they won 31 games, they wouldn't even make the tournament. But they have a padded record. That's what I'm accusing them of. So, not a New Mexico State fan. Jeff Reardon, solid pitcher for the World Series winning Twins in '87. Chuck Krim. There you go, Matt Williams, solid player for you Giants fans. Looks like that might be a rookie card there. So, close to Hall of Famer was Matt Williams. Eric Bell. Jeff Calhoun. Gotta love the '87 tops, just beautiful design. Just those wood borders and how they change. Classic. Really a classic, old style, classic baseball card. Just spectacular. And these traded ones with that bright back is nice. I do like the regular '87 backs too. I something about just plain old cardboard backs I like. Terry Harper. Contemplating something there. Alan Wiggins. There you go, next Hall of Famer. Dennis Eckersley, played with the Cubbies for a while and all over the place. So let's give old Dennis his time in the limelight, being a Hall of Famer here. 151 regular wins and only 3 saves at that point in time. So apparently the Cubs traded him off to Oakland. Alright, this was a big chase guy back in the day. Kevin Seitzer. So this would have been one of the hot cards to chase that year. That would have been his rookie, I take it. I remember having his Flair '87 card, I believe. And that was a big card. Or was it the next year? I don't remember, but Kevin Seitzer, you know, if other cards were worth 50 cents at the time, his was like $3. And how things change. Terry Leach. So of course, if you get one of these box sets, any of these cards are most likely good candidates for grading if you're into grading. Ed Vandenberg. Guy Hoffman. Pat Pacilio. Charlie Moore. Toronto. Mark Salas. There you go, Yankee fans. Another close to Hall of Fame. Joe Niekro. Or is he the Hall of Famer? 200 plus wins there. 16 saves, so he's involved in 228 wins at that point in his career. So is it him or Phil? No, it's probably Hall of Fame worthy if he's not. Sorry if I'm not on top of that Hall of Fame, whether him or his brother, which one it is. John Shelby. Alright, Mickey Hatcher. Remember old Mickey. Slip you a Mickey there. Greg Maddux, that was another decent player back in the day. Ryan Holton. Cecilio Guante. Matt Young. And John Mitchell. For you Mets fans, I'm going to pause it for a second so I can put these back in the box. Alright, thank you. Dwayne Boyce. Bell Allman. Alright, here we go. Hall of Famer. Steve Carlton. On to the Indians here. Take a look at his stats there. 323 wins at that point in time with 1 save. So there you go. You're a solid player, Kevin Mitchell. For you Giants fans. A little off-centered on the image. Not the card off-center. It's just they didn't center him very well. Alright, Gary Ward. These cards stick together a little bit. Or they're hard to get a grip on because they're glossy. John Candelosi. Looks pretty happy there. Pirates, that's a nice hat. Jim Wynn. If I skip any because they're stuck together, sorry. John Christensen. Horrible Seattle uniforms and that old logo. I hate that logo. Terry Steinbach, solid player. Terry. Wally Ritchie. Phillies. Donnie Hill. The horrible White Sox uniform and logo at the time. Sorry, Shaka. Still waiting to hear how you got that name. Mike Dunn. There you go. Solid David Cone. I think I got his autograph from Archive Signature Series. Ralph Bryant. Guess I should have done this with those flare updates, or maybe I did. I don't remember. I have to look. That Bosley, KC. Gene Ronanicki. Oh, and that's the other crazy thing today. The Bears traded Justin Fields to the Steelers for a 6th round pick. I know they want to get his salary off their cap, but 6th round, couldn't they have gotten like a 2nd round pick and have Steelers take the contract on? That's crazy. So I guess we know who. I guess you know the Bears aren't trading away their #1 pick this year. But I like Justin Fields. I think he's a good quarterback. I'll show you the next card while I'm talking. Reed Nichols. But you put him around a crappy college team. Small dudes that can't protect him. Don't give him time to pass to these receivers. And then you have bad defense on top of that, so he's always out on the field. And events like solid player. How's it his fault? He's a good quarterback. I don't get it. If you put Justin Fields on the 49ers, he might be the best quarterback in football. Because the 49ers protect their quarterbacks. I mean, look at all the guys they've gone through in the last 10 years, and they've been a good team that whole time because they got a solid team, not just 1 or 2 guys. So I don't get it. You're going to trade away a good quarterback, not fix the problems that are literally in front of him, and bring in a new #1 draft pick and expect that guy to be your answer. Well, he's just going to get beaten up just like Justin Fields. And then who are you going to blame? Juan Castillo. I don't think he wants to get blamed for that. He's like, I'm in the Brewers here. Elia, manager card. Frank Williams. Now keep in mind, these Topps Traded you would have to order or get at a hobby shop. And when you were a kid, they were probably like 20 bucks or something or more. Just couldn't afford them back then. Matt Noakes. Dave Meads. Alright. Next round is on you. Ken Gerhardt. Neil Heaton. Now, am I saying 87 Topps is the best set for like rookies and all that? No. But I think it's the coolest looking set. Star Jefferson. And most of us who do these videos and watch them probably started back then too. Mark McLemore. Alright, here's a solid player. Ellis Burks. So I guess that's Ellis's rookie. Randy Reddy. Barry Lyons. Rick Cerrone. Tom Trebelhorn, manager. Look at that, John Smiley, wow. He was one of the key components of those Braves starting lineup, pitching staff through the 90s. Ray Knight. Alright, here we go, Ron Say. Odd seeing him in the Oakland AAs. Played with the Dodgers and my Cubbies. And apparently with Oakland. Vegas A's. Oakland at the time. If you're watching this video in 10 years, you'll be like, they played in Oakland. One Bern Guer. I remember Shane Mack. Jerry Royster. Chris Spear. Dave Schmidt. I wonder if he's related to Mike at all. Let's see if it says anything here. Nope. Tim Larry, not the actor. Mike Stanley. Or show Chris James here. Just show how you get different tints on these cards. This one's a little lighter and this one's a little darker on the wood grain. Joe Johnson. Jeff Robinson. I remember old Terry Kennedy. Jeff Reed for the Expos. For you Washington National fans. Luis Polonia. Former Expos in Washington now. Danny Tartabull, that was a good one. Royals. Traded from the Mariners. Albert Hall. Here's a good player. Benito Santiago. Man, this guy had an arm. Throw you out from his knees. And one of the greatest images on a card ever is that one with him looking up at the ball, being fouled off. Straight up. A little Paula Abdul there, straight up. Dave Valley. Jim Lindman. Alright, put these cards back in. Hold on. Alright, thank you. What is that? Billy Gardner. Rob Brower. Kevin McReynolds. It's popular for a little bit of time there. There you go, Terry Francona as a player. So he may have coached the Albuquerque Isotopes, I'm not sure. Alright, I remember old Dave Martinez. Yep, played in the outfield with Andre Dawson, Les Starker, Jerry Brown, Juan Beniquez, Craig Dagnabbit Booker, Scott Bankhead, Bill Long, Dickie Knowles, the Cubbies. There we go, Doug Draback, Mike Hanneman, Joe McGrain, Madarin, Tom Nieto, Sonia, Charles Hudson. There's a good one. Ivan Calderon, I remember getting his cards a lot. Deion James. There's another great name from baseball, Storm Davis. Just a cool name, Storm. It's a neat name to have, I would imagine. That was cool growing up, probably. Willie Frazier, I wonder if he has a stormy personality. Greg Brock. Danny Jackson. Jim Gott. Oops. Jim got a card. There you go, Cal Ripken Sr. Show him. There you go. Casey Candell. Rick Rhoden. There you go, Yankee fans. Bill Madlock. Solid. Long career there. Eddie Milner, sorry. Jack Lazaruk. Okay. Coming to the end, folks. Larry Boa. Bill Wilkinson. Rick Dempsey. Dempsey, not the boxer. Mike Kingery. Jeff Musselman. Alright, and then the two big cards. So as you've seen, only a few Hall of Famers. A couple decent names, but decent rookies. But the big one, probably the big card of the set, is the Greg Maddux. So solid Greg Maddux, first Topps card. Mainstream, I guess. Although I don't know if you consider traded mainstream. They weren't really available to everyone. You know, you had to go to a hobby shop basically or order it through the mail. But nevertheless, there's your first Topps Greg Maddux, sporting the stash. The greatest pitchers of our time. Definitely in the top 3. So Mr. Greg Maddux as a Cubby. First time around. And then my favorite baseball card of all time. Andre Dawson, his first Cubs card from Topps. Although Dunross and Flair's versions of the updates or highlights and all that other whatever they call their traded sets are excellent, beautiful cards as well. But I just love the portrait version. Andre just being Andre there, kind of a scowl. All business when it came to baseball. Really well centered card. Great shape. Bright pop to it. It's a good gloss. Better than that BCC whatever Beckett 10 that I got that's off-centered, but they still gave it a 10. This same card. This one would grade a lot better, I would imagine. So there's Andre Dawson up to 86 there. Take a look at his stats, Hall of Famer, and my favorite card. So there you go, folks. So congratulations, Andre, for winning the MVP that year and becoming a Cub, becoming a legend. The minds of Cub fans. Well-deserved Hall of Famer, considering all the hassle and troubles that he went through. Not just his knees, but Major League Baseball teams colluding against him, winning that case, and still going out there and doing his job, putting your nose to the grindstone, so to speak. Even though the teams were out to get him, keep him from leaving Montreal, and still had a Hall of Fame career. What coulda, shoulda, woulda, shoulda, if he didn't have so many knee operations, like 12 during his career, plus all the lost games from strikes and getting beamed in the face and breaking his face that year, breaking the bones. Would have definitely had over 50 home runs when 50 home runs meant something. Alright, so anyways, there it is. That's my Andre Dawson. And thanks for joining Old Style Classic Baseball Cards. So, congratulations to the Lobos. Love March Madness, and then once that's over, baseball's going to be getting going. So, I'm cool with that. Are you? Alright, folks. Thanks for watching Old Style Classic Baseball Cards. Old Style Classics. See ya, Ina. Bye.